What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to SMITE Meta Casual News, episode 18. In today's patch, we deep dive into Rama, talk about brand new skins, talk about a few of the changes, and a little shameless plug-in at the end. Once again, my name is FG3000, you're you, and here comes the news. First up in news, let's talk about all these brand new skins. Hi Rez, you're outdoing yourself. I'm just about to forget about Grand Slammer Hercules. It's almost gone, Hi Rez, almost gone. Metal Carnage Fenrir, 400 gems, and if you already have the voice pack, it comes with a RoboCop themed voice pack as well. His one right there looks absolutely spectacular, above and beyond. I wholeheartedly recommend this skin if you're a Fenrir player. Pick it up, next skin. I just might be saving the best for last. Just saying. Iron Gamer Thor has been added to the game. This is more of a recolor, not a lot has changed. The burnt orange actually does look pretty good on Thor. They did add some Iron Gaming symbols on Thor's hammer, as well as this gauntlet, but the most important thing about this skin is that a portion of the proceeds go to Iron Gaming, who is the only people that I know of besides Hi-Rez doing LAN tournaments. It's very, very important if Smite is to grow and to be successful. More people besides Hi-Rez have to do tournaments, right? We have TSM, we have Iron Gaming, and as well as Hi-Rez. We need more people doing this. So this is kind of fueling that fire, getting the esports train rolling. You know, good cause. If you're into esports and if you want to support Iron Gaming, go pick up the skin. It's 400 gems. America. Either Ra or Ymir have the most skins in the game. I'm doing this off the top of my head, so I'm not sure, but I'm gonna put my money on Ra, have the most skins in the game. And now we have America, and I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad because this skin is so well done. His auto attacks shoot rockets. Every time he does one of his abilities, he yells out something random. This skin is just pure craziness. And it's also for a good cause. If you buy this skin, a portion of the proceeds go to helping American Red Cross. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy July 4th, everybody. Go out and get this skin. It's fantastic. So we finally have our very first Hindu hunter. Now, before we talk about the god and how it fits into the game, I gotta get something off my chest. Yeah, something personal. The entire time I've been talking about this god, I've been calling him Rama, and no one has corrected me. Not a single person has told me that my pronunciation was incorrect. Just been laughing at me behind my back. Not cool, man, or woman, whoever, not cool. Now let's talk about this god. So this god is an amazing addition to hunters. Now, first of all, his passive allows him to clear and to do poke damage without using mana. Every 15 seconds, he gets an arrow up to a stack of 5. He can pop his one, shoot off those 5 arrows. It does increase damage. It pierces minions. It pierces gods. It pierces walls. It pierces Ymir walls. It pierces Odin spears. His one is fantastic. Now, if that wasn't enough, right? So that's already a steroid, right? You pop your one, you do more damage. That's a steroid. His number 2 has a passive. When you shoot your one, you can pick up arrows, which replenishes your passive, which is fantastic. It also gives you increased attack speed. So you're talking about a hunter with a double steroid, increased damage and increased attack speed. He also has an escape in his 3 that he can shoot off in any direction. And his ultimate puts him in the sky for 5 seconds. Right? And you can choose how you want to use that ability, right? You can go up in the air, you can shoot off 2 shots, stay in the air, and then wait to shoot the 3rd one at the very last second, maximizing your air time. I mean, this god is fantastic. Not only that, not only is he a breath of fresh air to the hunter role, he reinvigorated Bacchus. He picked Bacchus off of the ground, sobered him up, slapped him in the face, and brought him back into the support role. Because if you use Rom, you don't need blue buff. You can give it to your boy Bacchus. And Bacchus is probably one of the best guardians in the game. I know a lot of people think it's Kumba or Geb. Bacchus is probably one of the best tanks in the game, but his mana usage is just disgusting. in this patch, which we're going to go over in a little bit, the mana usage of Chug has gone down. Now he can get blue buff if he rolls with Rom. Wow, what a patch. Good job on a Hunter. Good job on reinvigorating Bacchus. I like it. I don't know how it's going to pan out. I don't like to get too comfortable with gods until they have gone through the balance patch. Like when a god comes out, the very first patch, they usually take a pretty good look at them, and usually things are changed around. So I don't like to get too comfortable until I see that patch. We'll see what happens with Rom. Double steroids, man. I don't know if that's going to stay there forever, but we'll see. We'll see. Next topic. So let's talk about some of the other goodies in this patch. So we have HUD customization now. So to a limited degree, you can move your HUD around. You can move your minimap kind of where you want to move it. You can also make things invisible. Very, very awesome. I'm glad it's finally in the game. There is a little bit of bugginess left to it. For example, the kill pop-ups are humongous, and I couldn't find a way to scale just those down. So there's a little bit of work to be done, but this is a very amazing step in the right direction. Hopefully we get to the point where it's pure customization. Like if I want to get rid of all of the extra graphics on my HUD, I should be able to. Like I just want straight up transparent boxes with my abilities and my potions in them, and that's all I really want. So hopefully we get to that point. This is definitely a step in the right direction. Now, what else is in this patch? So pre-game lobbies have been looked at once again, but I think this is finally a perfect compromise of the last two systems that we had. So let's go back in time and let's talk about it. So the very first system was top elo was number 1, bottom elo was number 5. Pretty simple. They changed that to completely randomize that. So you could be number 1 elo, but you could be at the bottom of the pregame lobby, which I think was too far in the other direction. Now, we have a new system where if you're number 1 elo, you are number 1 on the picking and the banning pregame lobby, but all the other 4 are completely random. Now this is absolutely needed. I'm gonna plead my case one more time. I just don't feel like just because you're bottom elo does not mean you're the worst player. Doesn't mean that you should be stuck with support, as if support was like the least important role in the game, which could not be any further from the truth. I mean, as a support, you have to protect your hunter, you have to ward half of the map, you have to secure objectives like Gold Fury, Fire Giant, you have to protect your jungler and your mid by rotating the mid camps. I mean, you had a lot of responsibilities as a support, and to think that that is the least important role that you give to the so-called bottom elo was just ridiculous. So I'm glad that it's randomized a little bit. It allows players to play different roles. In addition to that, we also got a brand new item called Ancil. And silly, I don't know what it's called. Hopefully someone corrects me. Please correct me. I welcome it. We have an item that gives physical power and it gives magic protection. 20 physical power, 50 magic protection. You also permanently gain stacks which increase your physical power and reduce your cooldowns. This is going to be a must-have item for a solo warrior. I think maybe Hi-Rez said, you know what, warriors aren't being played enough right now, so let's, instead of buffing them all up, let's just give them an item. Give them an item. Speaking of other items, Polynomicon, good riddance. In my last Apollo video, I got shredded by an Ao Kuang with Polynomicon. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me in Smite, and I don't appreciate it. So the contribution, the magical contribution from Polynomicon has gone from 85% down to 50%. So hopefully there's a little less of Squall auto attack GG to your faces in this next patch. As far as nerfs and buffs on the actual gods, I already talked about Bacchus getting that decrease in his mana when it comes to Chug. Hopefully Bacchus sees some more play in Conquest. He's already been a beast in Arena, but we haven't really seen a lot of Bacchus in Conquest. He definitely deserves it. He's such a fun god to play. This is what Hi-Rez needs. They need to make more fun Guardians. They already have one. Bacchus is a freaking blast to play. I'm gonna give him a try in Conquest as well, so be on the lookout for that. Also, Fenrir got a little bit of damage love, right? They didn't put it on his Brutalize, which I think they should have, believe it or not. But they did give his power bonus on his Howl an increase, and they also gave an increase on his ultimate as far as that bite. Not a lot of people care about the damage on his ultimate, but believe it or not, it does damage. So all in all, a nice buff to Mr. Fenrir. Also, Hi-Rez proves that they are not afraid to hit a little girl with a Nerf bat. That is just tasteless, high res. Sick'em's duration has finally been reduced. As opposed to 2.25 seconds, which was an eternity, it is now 1.75 seconds, a little less than an eternity. Also, Sick'em has changed. Now, as far as throwing it at a distance, nothing has changed. But if you throw it at your feet, there is now a minimum travel time of 0.5 seconds. So the whole throw it at your feet and pop it instantly and killing a melee on top of you, those days are gone. You finally get a little reaction time on getting away from Scylla's feet crush. So that's a very cool change. Also, Hades has been nerfed. Yeah. That Hades, the same Hades you have been making fun of. The same Hades that I have been preaching for the longest. I even put out a video saying that if you wanted to win games, play Hades. Hades is like the catalyst for victories in Smite. He has the highest win ratio across all gods, across all modes. We're talking Conquest, we're talking Siege, we're talking Arena. If you want to win games, you play Hades. Now, he has been nerfed. His Devour Souls does 50% damage instead of 100%, but that is only to gods, not minions. So his push early game is fantastic. Now, why was Hades so good pre-nerf? Well, this game is all about getting objectives down. And if you can get objectives down quickly, you can snowball a game, because games that are in the normal solo queue, you're just playing with pickup group people, they tend to end early. They don't always go the distance. So if you can snowball a game early, you can win games, right? This is why people still play Arachne in the normal queue and people yell at them for no reason. It's because, okay, yeah, you can't play Arachne in a tournament where people know that, hey, we're gonna ride this out till 40 minutes to try to win the game. If you play Arachne in a normal queue, most people are going to give up because Arachne is going to go 12-0 early game and people are just going to give up. This is why Arachne is okay to play. This is why Hades was so strong, because his Devour Souls push was so devastating. It would fully heal him. It would destroy the wave. It would destroy the god he was going against. He would get a 10-minute tower. I mean, Hades was an absolute beast. But if you got to about 30 minutes or so, nobody's scared of Hades anymore. Get Hades out of here. Also, Zeus got a buff to his detonate charge, bringing his slow from 30% up to 40. And that's gonna do it for today's episode of SMITE Meta Casual News. But before we end the show, I have a little shameless plug that I have to put out there. So I have a brand new show that's on the official Hi-Res Twitch channel. That is twitch.tv/SmiteGame. Every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's called Smite Talk, and I am extremely passionate. I'm extremely excited to bring this show to you. Basically what it is, viewers just like you can call in and tell us your opinions live. You can talk about the game, you can tell us about buffs and nerfs you want to see, anything Smite related you want to talk about, you can come on the show and talk about it live. And the reason why I am so passionate about this, so I have a YouTube channel, right? I have a voice to get to some people. I don't really have a big YouTube channel, but I have a voice, right? Dry Bear has a massive YouTube channel, so he can talk about his opinions at a wide scale. Or you have people like DM Brandon that have a massive Twitch following. All these people have the ability to take their opinions and put them out to a large user base. But you know what? Some of their opinions suck, mine included. Some of their opinions are good, but you know what? Their opinions are not more valuable than yours. So Smite Talk gives you the ability to talk in front of 1,000+ people on the Smite Game channel and tell us what you think. Should Nuwa get nerfed? Should Bacchus be buffed? You finally get a voice, and all the time, like almost 95% of the time, there is a high-res employee that is in the chat. So you actually have a chance to be heard by high-res themselves. It is an amazing thing. I am so excited to bring this show to you. Like I said, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Shameless plug is over. That's it for SMITE Meta Casual News. Don't forget, my name is FG3000. You have been you. And that, my friends, was the news with a brand new microphone. RIP speakers, no more. We'll see you next time.